come down. Ooh, you make my high come down. Always tripping when you come around. Never have to cut you out like right now. You see, I don't have to drive me. You can say that for your mama. Maybe you should smoke some. Me try to marijuana. I was never you good. The vibe was straight. Showed you a couple of things and they feel strange. I treated you right. Everything was a gift from a time to your bag and the color on your lip.
Welcome to a special edition of Seahawks Man to Man, a YouTube exclusive. My name is Michael-Shawn and You guys can follow me on whatever Elon Musk is calling that app these days. My @ name has not changed. It's also right under my face, at Mike Dugar, MikeDugar. It is the same thing over at Blue Sky. I've moved over there. Well, not moved. It's like dual citizenship or whatever, because I still use X or whatever. But make sure you follow me on there. Follow our page on Instagram and TikTok. Seahawks Man to Man is the name of the handle. And while you are here on YouTube, hit like and subscribe on the channel. We appreciate all the love and support. Chris, go ahead and talk to him.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Christopher Kidd. You can follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at CKIDD206, and that's CKID206.
All right. This is the 4th week in a row. We are doing a film breakdown, standout plays, and we are positive this week. Well, I didn't double check. Chris, yours is positive, right?
Oh,
yeah. You said spoon, so I figured it would be positive.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Yeah. So we're like week 4, I guess, of like a positivity. We're gonna look at some plays from the Seahawks win over the Cardinals, 30-18. Pretty funky score, actually. The more I wrote it this week, I was like, that's a weird score. Chris, since I already alluded to you talking about the homie Spoon, you want to set it off and give us some defensive plays from this
No
week.
plug on the movie, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I see what Mike did, but no, this won't be
What
like
movie?
the film. Set it off, the movie.
No, I got you. I was gonna ask you a movie question. That's why I was like, did I already mention it to you?
No.
Because you didn't. You posted something weird about a movie. Oh, it was you didn't realize Die Hard was a Christmas movie? Is that what it was?
Oh, I just put a poll out. I don't know if it is. I'm in between. Like, I know it happens during the holiday, but I don't sit around thinking like this is a Christmas film per se. Whereas like Home Alone, Christmas movie. So I know it's not the best example, but I just don't have a great answer for it. I don't know. I'm in the middle.
No. That wasn't what it was. Hold on. Can we spend like 30 seconds on this real quick? Can you put you back up? I'm sorry. This is a tangent.
I think I know where it's going.
Can put yourself back up? I need you to.
Yes. I'm coming.
I need the world to see. So you posted about the Parent Trap. That's what it was. That's the movie question I was going to ask you. You thought there were 2 people in that movie in the Parent Trap?
Oh, you talking about Mary Kate and Ashley?
The Lindsay Lohan joint.
Yes, I thought they were twins. I didn't know it was the same girl playing herself. I for the longest. So then I saw it. I don't know where I saw. It might have been Facebook, and I was like, wait a second. My whole life had been a lie.
You just learned that today or this week?
This was yesterday. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait a second. I thought she had a twin this whole entire time, and I saw that movie a couple of times. So yeah, fun fact. I found out that. Was it Lindsay Lohan? Who
yes, it's Lindsay Lohan. Yeah. Yes,
she played herself in a movie with a fake twin sister. So, that was the highlight of my day this week. Finding out that didn't have a twin. She actually just played herself twice.
Wow,
in a movie.
Wow, that was fascinating. I meant to text you about that. I was like, let me save it for the show. That is fascinating. I was wondering how you learned, like what you were doing that make you learn that. Sorry, I knew there was a movie thing I wanted to ask you about. Anyway, go ahead. It was that has nothing to do with the show at all, but it was really funny. I just couldn't believe it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you now know Chris learns something new every day, and that's there it is. But as Mike mentioned, it's all about positivity for standout plays for Week 14 as the Seahawks beat the Cardinals at their crib in Arizona. And when I was watching the film. Well, actually, I'll start when I watched the game. I thought Devon Witherspoon was playing really good. To be honest, I could have picked a lot of different people. I just haven't gone with Spoon in a while. I don't think I have this season. Maybe I did earlier. But nonetheless, I decided to go with Spoon. And I had 3 plays, and they're all run stops. We all know he is really talented in the secondary. He is always, for the most part, in the right spot. But I thought after watching the tape and going over things, I thought, man, Devon had some really, really cool plays where if he doesn't do it, who knows what happens. And that's not a good thing, but it's a great thing because Devon Witherspoon is that dude. Like, he does his job really well and makes everyone around him that much better. So this first play comes from, I want to say, Cardinals up 7-3. They had just scored on the previous drive, marched down the field, scored a touchdown, and they're coming back out 1st and 10, 4:40 left, balls on the 30-yard line, and they have 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, running back. So you got your 12 personnel out there. The Seahawks go with their nickel defense, and they go big nickel, that is, and they bring Rayshawn Jenkins in as well. Kobe Bryant would be your other safety. So you have Kobe Bryant, Rayshawn, and Julian Love as your safeties. And as you can see, Rayshawn, he's down in the box. He's right next to Ernest Jones. And then you have, I want to say that is number 48. Yep, Tyrese Knight. He's at the far end of the hash mark there, next, right behind one of the D linemen. And then you have the D line pretty set up there. You got your nose tackle in there, Jonathan Hankins, Jay Reed, and you also have Draymond Jones and Boye Mafe for your edge. So on this play, they're trying to bounce a run outside. And in theory, when you get a tight end on a corner, a nickel, it's usually a win for that tight end. But I want you guys to watch number 21, which is our guy Spoon at the top of the screen. Just watch how he fights off the tight end and is able to allow this play to go for just 1 yard. This is all heart, and he does a really good job of setting the edge, not getting pushed back, and then he's able to just bring him down, get him out of bounds for a 1 yard gain. And you get a better look here. Number 87, you could see there is a clear advantage for number 87. Height, weight, all of that. And that does not matter to Devon Witherspoon. He is able to hand fight. He doesn't get pushed back. I think that's one of the key things here on this specific run. He doesn't lose leverage. He's not getting pushed back and losing that ground. He's at the 30 and stays at the 30. When there's point of contact, it's at the 30. Where the 87 gets hands on him, it's at the 30. Devon does not go backwards. If Devon goes backwards, he's losing that, and that would allow for James Conner to move up the field. But because Devon is able to stay outside on that shoulder and use his strength and fight off of him and make the play, it goes for 1 yard. That is not easy to do. If I'm not mistaken, number 87 weighs well over 250 pounds. Mike, I believe, on our last episode, talked about Devon Witherspoon's weight and height. They would list him at 6 feet 180, okay, or 185, whatever the case may be. Even then, to watch him do that, that's just incredible. That's just will and want to. And not too many nickelback cornerbacks are going to make this play against a tight end in the league. I'm sure there are a few of them, but Devon's been doing this all season. Earlier on the season, he had a couple of plays where he just missed tackles, and that would be something that was a knock earlier on the season. But now we're in December, and he is back to making those plays, fighting off tight ends, keeping his eye on the running back, and it goes for 1 yard. And as you can see, as a whole defense, they're all do a really good job of not getting pushed back. They set the tone there at the line of scrimmage. And again, just watching Devon do this, it's just really impressive. Watch it again on this back end zone view. Just watch him fight off and then make a play, 1 yard gain. Just really impressive stuff from Devon. This next play is even crazier just because of how much ground he has to cover. So it is 3rd and 15. This is going with about a second quarter with 147. The Seahawks are winning 24-10. And this is obviously a passing down, 3rd and 15. The Seahawks go dime package. So they'll have 6 DBs on the field, starting with Kobe, Devon, Reek, Josh Jobe, Rayshawn Jenkins, and Julian Love. Josh Jobe is at the top of your screen. And then at the bottom, you have Reek Woolen. And then in the slot there, you'll have Witherspoon. So right now, the Seahawks are trying to confuse Kyler a little bit. They have everybody at the line of scrimmage, which maybe Kyler's thinking, oh, shoot, they're probably going to pressure me. I got to get it out quick. And in theory, when you get it out quick, it's all about, if you're on the defense, rallying to the football and making the tackle. When the play snaps, though, you will see that, oh, it's not pressure at all. It's a 4-man rush. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, number 13, Ernest Jones, he is dropping into coverage, and the Seahawks are going to do a deep zone. And basically, they want to just obviously pressure Kyler, get it out quick, but they want to rally to the football and make the stop. They don't want to give up anything deep. As you can see, everyone is around the sticks. Everyone is near the first down marker. They're playing deep, like, yo, we're not giving up anything over our head. And when the play is snapped, Kyler notices, like, yeah, there's no really tight, there's no windows to get the ball. The pressure is good by the Seahawks defensive line. There's nowhere really to go with the football, except, the running back. So right now I paused it because this is it's kind of crazy when you're looking at it right now. The running back is going to catch it at the 30. Spoon, right now, when I paused it, he is at the 50. That is 20 yards away. The best way I can compare this is to when the football is punted, and usually the first person down the field almost but always misses that tackle on the returner. It's going to happen. But what happens is he gets cleaned up by the next man and so forth and so forth. This is one of those scenarios where if Spoon doesn't make this play, you can imagine there might be a first down, maybe a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and roll it now that we see that, okay, we know where the running back catches the football. It is at the 30. Spoon is 20 yards away at the 50. If you guys want to know who the running back is, I got you. It's Amari DiMarcardo, excuse me. So he catches at the 30. It's 3rd and 15, so you got a long ways to go. But watch Spoon close on this and make the play. That is... So not only does he not gain a yard, they lose a yard on this play. Spoon is able to get him and they lose 1 yard. That is insane. Sure, you can blame the running back for trying to run sideways when he should just go straight ahead, but he's trying to get away from Spoon, who is flying down like a missile. Just watch Spoon at the top of the screen. Boom. Sees it, goes down. Again, if he doesn't make this tackle, I'm going to pause it on the tackle. If he doesn't make this play, this will be a first down. I don't think Kobe's going to be able to catch him, so I'll pause it right now. So if Spoon doesn't make this play, it is a first down, I believe. I don't know if Kobe can catch him. Maybe Rayshawn can get him. But my goodness, for Spoon to be 20 yards away, come flying down, make this tackle, wrap him up, just incredible. Just a really great play by Spoon, showing off his speed, his athleticism, and knowing when to attack. Ball's gone, go. It's almost like a drill for him. And that is just incredible to see. That stood out to me when I was watching the game live and then going back watching the tape when there's no one talking. It's just silent. This still was a loud play. Again, crazy for my man to go 20 yards and stop him for no gain. And my final play, as I mentioned earlier, it's all about his stops in the game against the Cardinals. I thought he was doing a really good job and just being an aggressive nickelback. You want to run the football? That's cool. I know what my job is, and I'm going to go in there and make it really tough for the Cardinals to run it. And I think he just honestly doesn't like James Conner. That could be a little bit of it as well. It's always fun to have a little bit of negative juju against a team against an opposing team. I have no problem with it. So this last standout play from Devon Witherspoon is later on in the game, 3rd quarter, 2nd and 4. Seahawks are up 27-10. This is the possession where they end up scoring to make it 27-18. They go for 2 and whatnot. But anywho, it's another run play here, and when we roll it, you can see Devon Witherspoon is far off. He's not in the play right now. They're probably expecting to pass, but hey, they're ready if they run it. They run it, and wow, you see it. You see it. Do I need to add anything to it? Devon comes in, sticks his head in there. Great form tackle. Gets right around the waist. James Carr's a beast. Look at him. Derek calls like, hey, yo, my man's great play. Let me get some love. Hey, great play. And Devon is so pumped up that he doesn't even think about dapping up his teammate. He's just like, yeah, James, you're not going nowhere. And also give credit to that D-line. Solid push. And then you have your nickelback coming in off the far right and making a huge play. What more could you ask for from your nickel, man? I'll be honest. I'm not sure that was a part of the assignment. I don't think they were thinking, yeah, we need Spoon to get in here and make the play. If anything, they were looking for Ernest Jones to make a play or Kobe Bryant because that was his gap. And then you just got Spoon coming in out of nowhere from his nickelback spot, coming in, great form tackle, just wrapping up on this run play. They're trying to attack up the middle, and it's going nowhere. I think it went for 3 yards. So 3 yards a pop, you get to 4th and 1. That's a win right there for the Seahawks defense. So Witherspoon, wow, just He is so fun to watch. It makes me want to go put on the pads and play with this team. Although I know I don't have the accomplishments or the weight class and all that good stuff. Just really good play from Spoon. And those are my 3 standout plays from the Seahawks win over the Cardinals, 30-18.
I did some research on that tight end, number 87, because I was curious what his name was. His name is Tip Ryman. There's a white
Lovely
guy named
name.
Tip. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I can't tell if he's a junior. His wiki said he was, but I checked the Beast from Dane and it doesn't say. He's listed at, though, 273 pounds, to your point about the weight class difference between he and Devon Witherspoon. That's why I looked it up, but then I was like, his name's Tip? Let me dive. Yeah, Tip Ryman, who's already married, got married in 2022.
Oh, yeah. Tip wasn't ready for Spoon on that play. 270 pounds and whatever else he got, it didn't matter. Spoon was like, bruh, you're not moving me on this stretch play. I'm sorry. So shout out to Spoon, just playing really good football.
And also, they were teammates. Tip played at Illinois.
Oh, man.
There you go.
Why you do me like that, Spoon? Come on, man. Let me block you.
Little fun. The more you know, Googling and researching. Shout out to Dane. Yeah, Spoon is a beast. He's a monster. Let's go. I want to go to offensive side of the ball. I want to look at the passing game in particular. We've talked a lot about how DK Metcalf kind of dictates coverage by just being him, and it helps other guys. So this game was actually a really good illustration of that, and every game has been. But DK is doing 2 things. One, he's just putting fear in the defense, and then 2, he is opening up stuff for other guys. And what Grubb has done a good job of is anticipating that and structuring stuff to make so, all right, cool. If they're going to take away DK, that sucks. We'll get him the ball when we can, but we have so much stuff that can help other guys. And Jackson's been the main beneficiary. And so I want to look at a few Jaxon plays and show you also what it looks like why teams are so scared, because there was a couple instances where they did go single coverage and it didn't work out for Arizona, or they did blitz instead of playing like a soft zone and then it just didn't work out. So you can see why the fear is there, and you see it in games on top of us just kind of knowing that DK is good. This is a play that actually Chris talked about on our One Big Thing, actually, and it was a design I loved. And Chris, I'm not going to spend too much time on it because he had already mentioned it. But this is, 1st and 10 in the first quarter, and JSN's in the backfield there next to Kenny McIntosh. Love. Saw a little bit of this at Ohio State as well, so shout out to Grubb, kind of diving back into a little bit of the college bag here. Looks like they're playing some cover 6 probably. And top of the screen, you have DK. It's probably the backside of the look, but it doesn't matter. Gino has enough time. Just roll this here. He looks front side. You got Tyler, a little curl flat action. It looks like here with AJ Barner running the corner route. Doesn't really matter. It's there if he wants it. He can just wait and hit Tyler there if he wants to. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Anyway, it works back, and you see DK and JSN working together. You have DK running that corner route, and then Jaxon coming out of the backfield and then sitting in the flat. So if you're our corner up here at the 15-yard line, don't know his name, doesn't matter. He's in conflict, which is great for the Seahawks. You can drop. Look where he's at right now. He can drop to DK and kind of take away that deep shot, which it's DK Metcalf. That makes sense. They probably coached it up to say, hey, drop a little bit, which is not bad, a strategy. But what that does is it leaves all this space. So now you got Jaxon here in the flat. Jaxon, who I think is 6th among receivers in yards after the catch this season. So this little check down is a win for the Seahawks. I believe this goes for 8 yards, on first down. That's a huge win. I'll look at this again. I really like this. Check out the pocket too. Look at that. I got time. Look at that. Reset. Dog. There's no one near Gino. This is great. But I like this because it is an example of, you see, all right, when the defender's in conflict, this theoretically could happen with anyone running the corner route. But when it's DK, you can imagine, all right, they probably don't want DK catching the deeper route, play a deep to short. Jaxon is the beneficiary. Also, you notice this is going to be a theme here on this side of the formation. That's Buddha there at about the 15-yard line. Again, the corner. And our guy with the blue cleats there at the top of the screen, the safety for Arizona, that's Jalen Thompson. Shout out to the Cougs. Go Cougs. He's their other good safety, right? So 2 of their best players are safeties, and both of them are on DK's side of the field. That's notable. We're going to see that more often. So this is the first play. Boom, Jaxon out of the backfield. Easy 8-yard completion. You see the beneficiary of a good play design, and also a little bit of concern of all right, we don't want DK running by us. This is JSN's touchdown. This is 1st and 10 in the first quarter. The score doesn't matter at this point. This is right after Ernest's pick, I believe. And again, we have the same setup. We got Noah going in motion. Same setup, I mean, excuse me, defensively. So once you look at Arizona's defense, you got corner up there on DK. You got Jalen Thompson again. That's why I pointed out the color of his cleats so you guys can spot him a little easier. And then Buddha roaming to that side as well. So we're putting the good players over there where DK is at. And every team has multiple good players in the secondary usually, but the Cardinals, much like the Packers they're about to see on Sunday night, are a little shorthanded in the secondary. It ain't the Legion of Boom back there. So it's very noticeable when you have the good players on DK's side, because watch Jaxon at the bottom of the screen here. He ends up one-on-one against the safety or whoever this guy is, number 21. I think he's like a little bit of both. But boy, he did not have he didn't have it here. This I haven't talked to Chris about it, but this is probably one of his favorite routes from JSN all year. Because boy, look at the way he just runs up my man toes, and it, yeah, you're done there, number 21. You are done. I think his name is Garrett Williams, maybe. Yeah, he's just cooked. But the other good thing about this is I know some people have wondered about how Tyler looks. So Tyler Lockett is actually he's looking good on film. I know he dropped a touchdown here, so it might be the poor time for me to say this, but Tyler actually for the season is actually doing a lot of good stuff. This was another instance of how Tyler just does some little stuff that works really well to help other guys and may not be getting him the ball, but it's another thing that Jackson's benefiting from. So the way that this play works out for Jaxon, why he has so much space to work on this safety is because Tyler runs this little comeback that occupies the corner. So if he runs this shorter, right? Let's see where Tyler takes this. Tyler stops. Let's say Tyler just hooks up right here. Just turns around, turns to Geno like he kind of did on that first play that I showed. If you're the corner here, right? Let's say he does it there. If you're the corner, my man with dread standing there with his heels on the 10-yard line, he's probably going to keep sinking with Jaxon if Tyler just stops right there. But Tyler takes it a little further. So he runs all the way up to the 10. That little difference there, that depth means a lot. Because if you're this corner now, I wish I knew more of these guys' names. What's number 24's name? Starling Thomas, the 5th. Let's go with that. I think that's him. If you're him, Starling, you gotta follow Tyler now. You don't want to leave that. Problem is that leaves your boy out there on an island. So just an example of, all right, Tyler's not necessarily making a bunch of plays, but he does. This is an assist. Is this a basketball player or hockey or whatever? This is an assist right here for Tyler to Jaxon. Great throw, great route, crazy stuff. Let's see. Play number 3. We have this goes to Jaxon again as well. This is 1st and 10 in the first quarter. Grubb got really busy in the first half of this game. Not so much the second half, but he got really busy. Once again, we have the good players to DK side. DK's on the bottom of the screen this time. You can see Jalen's cleats again. I love that he wore these cleats. He made it very easy for me to see who he was on film. And just watch Jalen, watch the corner, and watch our middle linebacker who was on the near hash, basically on the same hash as Geno is. Watch him. Watch them on this play because this is great stuff. All right. And now the middle of the field is just wide open. And there was a lot of this all game. We're going to run this back a little bit. There was just so much of this. And this is Bobby used to talk about why this is why they couldn't just run cover 3 all the time after years and years with Legion of Boom is because teams are going 4 strong, which you see at the top of the screen, you got 3 dudes, and then Zach rotates out there. So you basically got 4 to one side. It's just hard to deal with that. And what the Seahawks have done a good job of this year is doing that and then hitting DK on like little slants and stuff on the backside, particularly if they're playing quarters on that side. And the Cardinals know that, and they're accounting for DK accordingly, pretty much. This is a little bit too much, but look, they got all the good guys on DK's side. Look at this. Right here at the snap. Man, DK can't go nowhere, dog. Like, if you're wondering why, if you're a fantasy owner like I am of DK Metcalf or just a fan of the Seahawks, you're like, damn, man, why ain't our big dude going crazy? Because he's being covered like this. Like, there's nothing he can do. It really isn't. He's the only person on this side of the formation, and there's still 3 guys over here, including one of their good players at safety with Jalen. And it just vacates the field. This is really just a bad play by Arizona, but you can see how DK's gravity helps. I included the end zone view of this play as well because it just really shows the influence. Now, this linebacker, he might shoot over there when Geno looks over there, regardless of who it is. But I'm going to look at the next play, and I'll kind of show you the difference in respect that the Cardinals are paying the Seahawks when DK's on the field, right? So watch Gino and this linebacker right here on the hash. Watch this. Whoop. Faces DK side. Remember, there's already 2 guys over there. It's not like they shorthanded over there. They already got 2 cats. And whoop, goes over there. See ya. Right here wide open. He could have hit Noah too if he really, really wanted to. And then this goes for 19 yards. Like this was just really good by them recognizing, all right, you want to play DK like that? We have other good players. Whether it's Noah, whether it's Tyler, AJ Barner, whoever, they just have other good players to take advantage of this stuff, right? And so I threw this next play in here. This is 3rd and 10 from the second quarter. This is the blitz. They sent a blitz. Arizona didn't blitz much in this game. According to True Media, Gino only had 6 dropbacks out of his 30 that featured a blitz. So it wasn't much. And this play is only the 3rd time they blitzed in the first half, I believe. The other 2 were on Noah's catches earlier in the game on 3rd down on their opening drive, but those weren't like really like bring the house type of blitzes. For instance, one of them was like it was pretty much just a 4-man rush. It got categorized as a blitz because the linebacker came and then followed Zach out of the formation. So it looked like a 5-man rush, but not really. The other one was actually a kind of a truer blitz where they actually did blitz 5 guys and Noah was wide open, right? So Arizona wisely played a bunch of zone. Makes sense. Seahawks have good players. But you look at this play on 3rd and 10, DK's not on the field because he had just caught a ball on the previous snap and hurdled the guy. So he probably tired, tapped his helmet. Cool. Bobo comes in. You know what the Cardinals do when there's no DK on the field? They send the house. They're like, oh, this is our chance. And then that doesn't work. It almost works, but then it doesn't. Play goes for 24 yards, I think is what the distance was on this. But just look at the different. I threw this play in here to show the difference in respect, right? Like they see no DK and they're like, all right, this is now we trust our guys pretty much to cover. Before it was like, let's play zone. Now also this is 3rd down, so that goes in that as well. Not totally just because DK not on the field. But there were other 3rd downs where they just played zone. But anyway, they bring the house when there's no DK. And I love the end zone of this, or the all 22, because I didn't realize in real time how much space he has. Jaxon, if he catches this in stride, that might be a house call. But that's an example of like, all right, we got no DK on the field. Now our guys can cover. Let's do it. All right. So this 4th play. Actually, this is play number 5 now. Later in the game, this is 3rd and 2. So another instance of, all right, now we can play man because it's 3rd and 2. Like I said, they didn't always just blitz because DK was off the field. 3rd and 2, they do man up. They got my man, forget which corner this is. Their jersey numbers were just so hard to read, but it doesn't matter. DK's bottom of the screen. This is 3rd and 2 in the 4th quarter. They're up a couple scores and just trying to bleed the clock. So you do need first downs in this scenario. They'd be punting if they didn't get this. So watch DK one-on-one, bottom of the screen. You see that like they're not rotating a bunch of guys over like those other plays I showed. There's play they're like, all right, everybody just cover their dude. Ready, break. All right, cool. They try that. Let's look at how that goes. Oh, DK's wide open. And for a first down, I think this was like 13 yards, right? Like this is why they were treating DK the way they were treating him. Teams have been doing this all year. It's not just Arizona, but this really stood out in this particular game, and how Grubb kind of worked with that. He did a good job of it in the Jets game too, and Gino took those shots when he got them. But like, look at this separation. Look at this at the top of this route, bruh. He ain't nowhere near DK now, and this is a gotta have it 3rd down, but this is what happens when you're leaving one-on-one. We saw that in the Jets game too. We saw when he was one-on-one with Sauce, they went at him, deep shot, one-on-one with DJ Reed, double move, deep shot. So they're taking those shots when they get one-on-one, but it's not very often, and this is why. Whether it is a Sauce Gardner or wherever this cat is here, doesn't matter. Guys are getting beat by DK. Also, Tyler was wide open there at midfield if they wanted it, but Gino's probably thinking, I don't get DK one-on-one very often, so when I get these shots, I got to take it. Perfectly understandable. Number 14 is a good player, so you got to give him the ball. But yeah, he just easily wins, one-on-one on a 3rd down. I got to have it down. All right, this is my last play. This is on that same drive, I believe. Remember, they're trying to bleed the clock. This is 2nd and 10 in the 4th quarter, right? All right, cool. So you remember that route we just saw? He has that space near the sideline. He works, he wins. All right, cool. And you guys have also probably seen how often DK has run like them little out routes. Tyler runs those a lot too. They're a quick, easy way to get like 7 yards. Gino's got a strong arm. The timing's good on him, yada, yada, yada. Well, the Cardinals know that too, right? So again, we have Jalen over there on DK's side. This is 2nd and 10. And watch the safety rotation here on this single high look that the Cardinals have on DK, who just won earlier. They are treating my man like Megatron. This is some respect they're showing DK. Like, look at this right here, man. Look at this. Look how quick he's like, nope, DK ain't going to get us again. My man ain't took but a few steps and already got 2 cats over there. And what does that do? That leaves the middle of the field for whoever it is wide open. Like, look at this. Look at all this space. Look at Jackson in the middle of the field. This ends up going for, I think, 12 yards. But the yards don't even matter. It's just the idea of like, look at the respect they're showing 14 and look what it does for everything else when the Seahawks are prepared for it. And they were very prepared for that, And Gino, to his credit, was looking for DK, but just realized, like, I don't need to force it because other guys are, as Chris would say, butt naked open because of what they were doing. Like, this is real butt naked right here. He's real butt naked open. And he catches it, ends up being a first down. And watch Buddha right here. Watch Buddha after he tackles, just focus on number 3. He is hot. He's like, yo, what are we doing? Hey, Buddha, I'm with you. What are you guys doing? I understand DK is a good player, but damn, he ain't the only good player. And this is what I'll just roll it. This was just funny. This is what a lot of teams have been doing, and Gino just hasn't had the protection to kind of go through his reads to go through all this. I'll just loop these while I'm making this last point. But this is going to be, I think, until teams start treating Jackson like a wide receiver 1, this is going to be the stuff they get every week, particularly from heavy zone teams, which teams are playing. The Seahawks a ton of zone this year. No one's really playing them a ton of man outside of New England. Like all of these, like, okay, let's cloud DK, double DK, put someone underneath DK, over the top of DK, press DK. It's just so hard to dedicate those resources to DK and then stop everyone else on the Seahawks too. Whether that's Noah, whether that's Tyler, other guys are going to keep getting ops. And if Gino has protection like he really had in this game, this was the best pass pro game of the year, by the way, for the Seahawks. They're going to be hard to stop. I think this is going to be Green Bay's dilemma, especially since they don't have Jair Alexander, is when do we try to play man? When do we trust our corners to win against DK? And how do we do that while also making sure Jackson doesn't hit us for like $120 and a touch? And this is the dilemma teams are putting, the Seahawks are putting teams in. As long as Grubb is locked in and everyone's prepared and DK has the selflessness and patience to just run basically dummy routes and open stuff up for other guys, I think they can be really successful here down the stretch. So yeah, those are my standout plays. Shout out to Grubb, shout out to Gino, shout out to O-line for giving him time. Shout out DK for his patience and selflessness, because, I mean, to be honest, and Chris sees this when he watched the film too, DK is getting a lot of cardio and just not getting the ball, But he has to do it. He has to run full speed to clear out. He has to run these routes thinking maybe he could get the ball, knowing good and goddamn well he's getting doubled. He's getting bracketed. That's got to be frustrating for him. I'm sure it is. But they're winning, so he probably doesn't care too much. But he's doing this every week. We could really do this, what I just did, every week. But it really showed up in a game they scored 30, and it was a big reason why, on top of the run game. So shout out to Grubb, Gino, JSN, everyone on offense, because teams are going to keep playing them like this. And the minute they start respecting Jackson the way they respect Gino, these guys are going to look like the Lions. They're going to be able to score so much. Or Tyler's going to have a $110. And it's just going to be crazy. Or they're going to run the ball like crazy, So, yeah, that's why it stood out to me in this game. Shout out to everyone I just mentioned. Really good game by Arizona. And you can just see the way DK, that's wide receiver 1. That's why he's a wide receiver 1. He dictated how Arizona played in both games, to be honest. He also assisted on JSN's touchdown in the first meeting as well. So, yeah, shout out to DK. True wide receiver 1, and this game was a great example of why he is.
Great film breakdown. We appreciate you guys for spending some time with us. We hope to see you again for post-game show Sunday night. Packers and Seahawks. Should be a fun one. Mike, is there anything you want to add before we get on out of here?
Yeah, man. Now I might go watch The Parent Trap. It's a good movie. It was so funny. I mean, I realized it as an adult as well, but yeah, you realizing it much later. It's just
I just saw it on Facebook. I'm like, wait a second, she doesn't have a twin. I'm like, I'm Googling like Lindsay Lohan, like twin sister, and they're like, yeah, bro, it's just a movie, man. She just special effects, man. Welcome to 1998. They can do those things. So, yeah. Fun fact. Didn't know that. So
Yeah, no, that's cool. Anyway, appreciate you guys tuning in, liking, subscribing to the channel. We really appreciate that. Make sure you do that. Share it out. We're gonna really appreciate you guys telling other people, showing love to us. Like, it really means a lot. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok. You also share some of these clips on those platforms as well. Seahawks Man to Man is the name of the handle. Until then, appreciate the love. Enjoy your weekend. We will catch you on our post-game show, which will be available on YouTube and everywhere you can find podcasts. Peace.